David Silva. Good effort! Brilliant goal! David Silva!
Still David Silva, fantastic run! Oh, what a goal!
And it's the little magician himself that's conjured up the most wonderful of tricks. James Milner's played 38, he's on the bench. Joe's playing his 23rd, and David Silva will score for Manchester City. And David Silva has his first goal for his new club. Bridges ball in, allowed to reach David Silva, and he just guided it beyond the outstretched fingers of Gerhard Tremmel. And Manchester City are ahead.
Silva left unchallenged. And still David Silva, and still wonderful goal. He too will get a yellow card for taking the shirt off, but he won't mind about that. Blackpool just left him clear, and that has sealed things late on.
Richards. Like Phillips. It's on Everett, comes back and the deflection sends it in, and City are level, and it's Edin Dzeko's first goal in the Premier League. Well, it came off David Silva, and I think he'll be claiming it.
Yaya Toure on towards Zabaleta, clipped in towards Carlos Tevez, cleared as far as David Silva! 3-0 Manchester City! It's his fourth goal for Manchester City. It could well have taken them into the quarter-final of the FA Cup. Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 0.
Vieira does well though there for Manchester City. Sped on towards Silva. Here is David Silva, still going Silva, and it's crept over the line. It's a howler from Al-Habsi. City are in front, and David Silva with his 5th goal this season. Looks to try and find Tevez, who is onside. Tevez with Balotelli in the middle, onto Silva! It is 3-0. City have the 3 points. There was De Jong, spotted Tevez, who made his run fantastically. And if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Dzeko, he's got another one, has he? No, Silva, 3. Not Aguero's goal this time, but he set up David Silva.
It's a tantalising ball. Oh, it's close to whether that stayed in or not.
Dzeko, Aguero, Silva.
Richards. Silva.
Oh! A mistake by Jääskeläinen, and David Silva gives Manchester City the lead in the 26th minute.
Well, it probably is a mistake by Jääskeläinen, but you've got to look at the midfield players as well. They leave him too much space, and it does just dip and swerve at the last minute.
He's still so open now. United have no bodies at the back. The ball is perfect into David Silva. Is he going to make it 5? Oh, this is a day to remember for Manchester City. 2 goals in the space of a minute. Everyone watching around the world will do a double take when they see this scoreline. It is a huge, huge win for Roberto Mancini's team. Decides to try and go first time with a pass. It's really clever. It's really good. It's David Silva. Manchester City in front. What a goal. Dzeko so intelligent there. Knocked it into David Silva. And you can't fault this for a first touch. It's impeccable.
Edin Dzeko, David Silva. Good effort! Brilliant goal! David Silva! City needed the breakthrough, and it's the little magician himself that's conjured up the most wonderful of tricks. And Manchester City have a couple of men waiting in the area. Balotelli's waiting for others to arrive. Goes for goal, and Silva! Manchester City in front, 6th minute of the second half. And delight all around the Etihad Stadium, and despair for Chesney. Alexandra. And here comes City looking for a third, and they've got one through David Silva. Set up by Pizarro, and Manchester City can celebrate with even more gusto now.
Sloppy from Olsen. Aguero's on his way. Silva to his left. Trouble again for West Bromwich Albion. David Silva. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It's a fabulous finish. And what a special left foot this has been and will remain for Manchester City. Foster, I think, gets his fingers to it, but can't quite do enough.
Here's Nasri over it. Aguero can't get it down. Company goalwards. Tevez, a real scramble, and it's into the net in the end. And Manchester City take the lead. Aston Villa just could not clear it, and they're made to pay.
Now Dzeko, palmed away by Schwarzer. Silva's following up, and Manchester City have gone in front after just 95 seconds.
Dzeko gets it, and Silva on that left foot wasn't going to miss from that range.
Helped on again by Tevez. David Silva. It's a second for David Silva, a second for Manchester City.
And he gets just the right amount on it here to find the Spaniard. Really good first touch to get him beyond Darren Hughes, and he just delays that split second and allows Schwarzer to go down before dinking it over the top of him. Super finish.
Tevez to the right hand side. Here's Carlos Tevez, and Silva, and again 5-0. Tevez into the path of David Silva, and he gets his 4th goal of the season.
Yaya Toure away from Obertan. Nasri. Oh, they're going through very tight spaces. It's 2-0. Brilliant goal. And it's all about Nasri here. Silva's first touch is brilliant, and he drills it across the goalkeeper.
Silva. Dzeko. Well, the header from David Silva.
He goes past the bushes just a bit too easily for my liking. It pops up nicely for Silva. The goal gaping, and it doesn't disappoint.
Played through, Sergio Aguero. Has Silva with him. David Silva! 3-1 to City. A feint allows him the space, and Silva makes the finish. West Ham United 1, Manchester City 3. To Samir Nasri. Played forward. Sergio Aguero takes it. Sergio Aguero will wait for support. He lays it up. David Silva with goal number 2. Coming in from the middle and makes it 2-0.
Jesus Navas, they can't stop the cross coming in. And David Silva!
Navas put a wonderful ball in. Milner had strode forward, he believed, and he decided to get an advanced area, and so too did Silva. In the end, he finishes off.
Now Navas looks for a cross in. There's Navas, low hit in. David Silva finishes it off. The Spanish connection, right again. Toure looks for a player in space. He finds David Silva. Curling shot from Silva. What a goal! A bit of magic from the little wizard. A superb strike from David Silva. Manchester City down to 10 men, but 1-0 up. at the KC Stadium.
Silva could go all the way, he picks out Dzeko instead, against the post and in! Silva gets the telling touch. The title favourites take the lead, top place in their sights again.
Milner, Fernandinho, back to Milner again, chance for Manchester City, and a goal from David Silva. Well, it has been coming.
For the first time, Liverpool don't get enough bodies near the ball, and young Flanagan just switches off him and Henderson. They don't sort out the 1-2 with James Milner. And what he does really well here, James Milner, is find David Silva.
Dzeko running in behind Williamson, Colaccini's drawn across. And the space here for David Silva, and Manchester City have the first Premier League goal of their new campaign. Newcastle switched off.
Well, it's just a moment of quality for the champions that they haven't been able to produce too often in this match. But he's got a feed on, hasn't he, David Silva? And what a spot from Edin Dzeko. Here's David Silva. Still David Silva, fantastic run! Oh, what a goal! What a sensational goal by David Silva for Manchester City! Brilliant by the Spaniard!
What a goal! What a goal from David Silva, the little magician. He jinks his way in, left and right, and then plants a superb finish right into the corner. Look at this. This is what you pay your money for.
Fernandinho finds Zabaleta. He cuts it back. David Silva is in for Manchester City. It took a big deflection. Silva will be awarded for goal. Manchester City 1, Crystal Palace 0. Nasri. Kolarov, there's a cross available if he wants it. He does, he plays it low, and David Silva scores his second of the afternoon. No deflection needed this time. Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 0. Fakes the shot, he goes into the middle after laying it off to Navas. Here's Silva, and he rolls it in. A delicate stroke from David Silva. Manchester City go 3-0 up. Started by Fernando, finished by Silva. Navas will keep this in, pulls it back for Silva on the turn. 1-0 to Manchester City. David Silva scores again. A makeshift striker who keeps on bagging in the goals. What a touch as well from David Silva. Navas's cross. Players flying in for City. Aguero is poised. It might have come off Silva, but it is a goal for Manchester City, an almost immediate equaliser. Aguero waiting on the far side. Springing to life with Aguero on the ball, a solo run from him, lays it off for Nasri. Here's Silva, it's 4. Laid off to Nasri, cut back to Silva, and finished with aplomb. Yaya Toure. Taken down by Aguero on his chest, and it's a second for Silva. He had only one thing in mind. Aguero brings it down. Silva provides the finish. Silva with them. Kolarov on the overlap. Kolarov brings it across. Silva tries to put it home. Second time around, he does. Kolarov going forward as well. It took 2 shots from David Silva, but he got the ball in the back of the net. Space and time for Clichy to pull it back, and Jovetic scores. 3-0. the score for Manchester City. Silva with the goal. There's Aguero. Bruyne. Back heel for Silva. It's going to be a wonderful goal if Silva can finish, and he can. 6-0 to Manchester City. Robert Green's face says it all. Looked like an attempt on goal from David Silva. It's now come to Yaya Toure, and it's going to trickle in for the opening goal of the Premier League campaign for Manchester City. And Toure swiping it home off a light deflection. Sterling. Beautiful back heel, finds David Silva, who goes for goal and scores for City. Sheer class. City take the lead through some Silva and Sterling magic. City on the run now. Aguero taps it past the defender, he beats him for pace. Aguero still going. Could pull this across for Silva, he does. Silva holds it up and Silva finishes off. 4-0 to City. Nothing selfish about that. Sets it up for David Silva to finish off. Flipped upfield to Aguero. Brings it down nicely with his right foot. Right to Sterling. Sterling puts it across to the back post. And David Silva makes it 2-0. It started with Aguero. Moved on to Sterling. Was finished with aplomb by David Silva at the back stick. Sterling tries to sneak the ball away. Sterling's got it. Sterling tries to cut inside. Lays it off. Silva. Silva shoots. Silva scores. City take the lead. And it's David Silva. And it was all down to the persistence of Raheem Sterling. He spotted the opportunity. Carved out some space. Played across to Silva. And it's Steaua Bucharest 0, Manchester City 1. Slip through, De Bruyne will pull it across. City equalise through David Silva. De Bruyne cutting back. It was set up on a plate for David Silva to poke in.
Treadle. Now David Silva. Referee waving play on. It's 4 against 2 here. David Silva, Raheem Sterling, David Silva. That's the end of the game. Manchester City finally get their second goal. They are back to winning ways in the Premier League tonight.
City bite into a challenge in the middle of the park. They win it back with Yaya Toure. When he got Silva breaking forward, Raheem Sterling breaking forward, Toure as well. But really intelligent play from Raheem Sterling. And Silva can just stroke it home, and it really does kill the game off.
Sterling. Sterling's got space in which to run. He's got options available as well, including David Silva. Silva traps. Oh, it's oh so cool from David Silva for goal number 3. Almost anyone else would have hit that first time. Silva gives Adrian the eyes. Stops and picks his spot.
De Bruyne. Sané. He's given Byram the slip. And on he goes, Sané. And Silva. It's 2 for Manchester City. And they are tearing West Ham apart.
Byram comes close to him, he sticks it through his legs, and he's one-on-one with Jose Font. He skips past him as well. There's a brilliant cut back to David Silva, and he's in the perfect place. A simple finish, but it was all about this play on this left-hand side from a boy who's got so much talent.
Played out to Clichy, here's Toure. He's spotted Zabaleta on the run. Zabaleta brings it back, and the ball is smashed in. David Silva finds the net. It is a perfect start for Manchester City.
Silva's lifted it in. That is a delightful ball for Sterling. Out by Kelly and thumped in by Silva inside 2 minutes.
This is just a dreadful header from Martin Kelly. I don't know what he's thinking about, because all he's doing is setting up Silva on the follow-up, who did well to actually continue his run into the box to see if he could just get on the end of something, and it's an absolute gift for Manchester City.
David Silva's 50th Manchester City goal in his 303rd appearance since arriving 7 years ago from Valencia.
Certainly has. More defending for Leicester to do here, though. Sané, cut back, Silva, there it is! David Silva with the goal, the breakthrough for Manchester City.
Sané, pacey ball over, is cut back, and Silva this time scores. 3-0 to City. Well, this is perhaps the pinnacle of Pep Guardiola's playing style. Within the next 13 days, the ball is put over. David Silva finds the net. City are out in front. It's another late show from Pep Guardiola's men to make it Manchester City 2, West Ham United 1. Leading towards the near post, headed down and hooked in. David Silva with the goal that breaks the deadlock in the Manchester derby. Off the corner, the ball fell loose, and Silva was the quickest to react. David Silva is there, and David Silva turns the ball in. Swansea 0, Manchester City 1. And Silva conjures up this strike. Maybe not the cleanest of contacts, but able to guide the ball across the line. Fernandinho to Delph. Sterling. And plays that into the box, and it's scooped over the goalkeeper. David Silva gets his second goal of the game. He sees the ball back off Raheem Sterling on the left. It's a typically elegant finish. And David Silva, another close range strike from him. To Danilo. Danilo might line up a shot here. Plays to David Silva. Silva turns and blasts the ball low to make it 3-0. Timbers couldn't quite stick with the Spaniard. And the placement out of the reach of the Arsenal goalkeeper. Sané goes inside, he'll bring that ball to Aguero, who plays it to the feet of David Silva, who scores! 2-0 to Manchester City. Look how he drags the ball with him, gets past Bellerin, and finishes past check at the near post. Jesus has collected that. That's a beautiful pass for Sterling into the middle, slotted home by David Silva. It takes less than 10 minutes for City to find the net. Silva on hand to open his body up and put the ball into the bottom left-hand corner. It's Stoke City 0, Manchester City 1. Fernandinho. Good work from City. It could be set up for David Silva for his second goal. 2-0 to Manchester City. Sterling doubles back. Walker plays the pass to Fernandinho. He gets it to Silva, and it's a nice 1-2. With Gabriel Jesus setting up Silva. Into the box, Sterling brings it back, David Silva 1-0! past the 10-minute mark. City find a breakthrough, but they have been threatening right from the opening whistle. It will be David Silva! Oh! On his 250th Premier League appearance, David Silva finds the net. Look at that delivery. So sweet and out of the reach of the goalkeeper. This is Sterling. Slips that through. Bernardo Silva was given a nudge. He keeps the ball in play, plays it across, and it's going to be turned in by David Silva from close range. David Silva with the strike. It was all about Bernardo Silva keeping the ball in play. The captain scores for City. Here comes the ball into the box. Silva nicks it away and scores for Manchester City. They're out in front in the dying moments of the game, and it's David Silva with the goal. An opportunistic strike from him. He was the most alert inside the penalty area, and City now on course to get that victory that they desperately need and which they so richly deserve. This one falls to David Silva, who blasts that one in. David Silva with the breakthrough for City just before the half-hour mark. Fully deserving of a goal. Back with Silva, plays that one-touch pass to Sterling. Sterling will send another cross in, this time to the back post. Sané heads, and it's struck in by David Silva. 3-0 to Manchester City. This is brilliant stuff from the Blues, brimming with confidence. And that's David Silva with a half volley that finds its way perfectly into the net.
Maris goes for the byline, cuts back inside. Great play by Maris, across goal, and David Silva has the first one of the night. Wonderfully worked. It was Riyad Mahrez magic.
Here's Sterling. His ball comes in towards the back post, it's pulled across, it needs a finish. David Silva provides it, and City take the lead in the derby. It's another goal in the opening quarter hour of a football match at the Etihad in the Premier League. David Silva gives City the advantage. The Etihad erupts. So dangerous early on. 7 goals in the opening 15 minutes of league action this season. Walker turns things up a gear, plays a pass to Sterling. Sterling doesn't want to hold it up, plays it to Silva, and Silva scores as easy as that. On the 10-minute mark, City almost unchallenged going forward, and David Silva finds the net.
Well, neatly worked with Maris. It's Silva, and the cutback, and there's the first. It's David Silva. Well worked move down the right-hand side between Maris and Silva. Plenty to aim at in the box. And City take the lead.
Still ricocheting around. It's fallen now for a strike and a goal. City are ahead in the FA Cup final, and it's David Silva with the goal. He's able to get just enough space beyond Femenia to drive the ball into the net. De Bruyne gets an early ball in, and it's an early goal for Manchester City. Inside the opening minute, David Silva gets on the end of a pinpoint cross from Kevin De Bruyne. The classic connection combine again.
And now Sterling flicked up deliciously for David Silva. How good is that?
This is an absolute exquisite little ball from Raheem Sterling. How about that for improvisation? And David Silva could just basically drift onto it and not have to control it. Could swing his left foot at it, get it under control, keep it low, and there's too much pace for the keeper to be able to keep it out. That is one wonderful goal.
as if he got a touch. It might be De Bruyne's goal. Nevertheless, it's Manchester City 2, Aston Villa 0. The replay will clear things up. The ball's found its way back into the box, drilled across and slotted in. That's goal number 4. That is David Silva. And John Stones in conversation. John Stones might just try and move the wall. And this one finds its way in. A quickly taken free kick from David Silva. 4-0 to Manchester City. Blink and you miss it. Silva will try and bend it around the wall. He does so and he scores! Another beauty from David Silva. Well, he's not one to bow out quietly. And in one of his final games at the Etihad, David Silva scores a fantastic free kick.